You want to go, bro? Are you a fighter? Or are you the type that just never gets in fights? Because I've never been in a fight. I mean, unless you count fourth grade when my friends were pressuring us to hit each other when we didn't want to fight. Other than that, I've never been in a fight. I usually because I'm pretty cool with people, and if they have a problem with me, it's on them. Anyway, this video is called Top 10 Knockouts with crazy long combinations before the knockout. So that sounded cool to me. Let's watch it. 3, 2, 1. Number 10.
Let's start out with the great Muhammad Ali when he fought against Brian London in 1966.
Ali moving in on London. A fuselage of punches by Muhammad Ali.
That was some good punching right there.
Down.
We all know that Ali threw great combinations and had incredible hand speed, so this series is no surprise to anybody. Ali dominated this fight, and the fight ended in the third round. It really does look like he's floating just above the ground the way he moves, and kind of just floats back
Muhammad
after
Ali
throwing
could beat
all those punches.
Floyd Mayweather if they were
13,
both in their prime.
Then he ends with the right hand and just walks away knowing that the fight is over before London even hits the ground. That is incredible hand speed for a guy that size.
Very cool. Number 9.
Back in 2017, David Benavidez faced off against Rogelio Medina, and we can see this great combination from Benavidez.
Body shot and another body shot and a left hook to the body, and now David Benavidez comes upstairs and is trying to bring it into the night.
Nice. Makes me want to play Fight Night, you know what I mean?
Awesome. Benavidez throws some heavy shots to start off the combination to lower Medina's
Don't want
hands.
to play Fight Night.
Then he throws heavy hands to his head mixed with some quick stinging punches to
Sounds
end
really
the fight.
good.
At one point, Medina just leaves his head hanging there, probably thinking that he's already been hit so many times that Benavidez is just going to back up. But nope, he just continued his onslaught. I counted 16 punches in that combination. This is the quickest ending fight on
Wanderlei
this list,
Silva
and it occurred in UFC back in
and the other
1998
guy.
when Vitor Belfort was able to do this against Wanderlei Silva.
Vitor. Damn, he went off on him.
The fight ended in just 44 seconds after Belfort landed 15 punches in this combination, just chasing down Silva, hitting him cleanly with most of his punches. Silva ran backwards, but there was nowhere to go. He got hit with a giant right hand coming in and then just moved back a little bit, but never thought that Belfort would just lunge forward and not stop
He would have to
punches
like bend
until his
over
back
to
was
stop
against
that.
the fence, and he knocked him out.
That's a lot of...
Silva didn't even have time to throw a single counter.
It's a flurry, whatever.
This is another fight that ended
Flurry
in the first round
punches.
between the winner, Chris Eubank Jr. and Ivan Jukic.
With fury.
Oh, good shot. Terrific right hand.
Jeez.
Eubank is a really aggressive fighter who throws a ton of punches, so he really pummeled Jukic in this fight, but this part was incredible. That was 18 punches that I counted, and unlike most of the other ones we've seen, these are not high-speed punches. This guy just sat
kinda
down
rare,
on every one of those punches,
I think,
and they were just destructive.
for a referee to
bombs.
stop a
It
fight
was just like
before
Iguodala on a
anyone's
mission
even
to
knocked
kill.
out, just because
And
they're
he
getting
certainly
pummeled
did that
so
after
hard.
Jukic somehow got up from that crazy combination.
Yeah, the cornerman stood up and the other cornerman got him down.
And he's gone down to another body shot. It's all over.
It's all over. Number 6.
So this fight just happened a couple of days ago in the UFC in the Dana White Contender Series.
Here comes Pickett. Oh, beautiful! Oh, he's going more! Wow, he's out on his feet a little bit here. He's trying to survive.
Jeez.
Where Jamie Pickett was able to beat
That's a
Jalil
flurry.
Pickett in the second round with a devastatingly long combination. You just saw a 22 punch combination to end that fight. A lot of times you see the ref allow the fighter to go and hit his opponent a couple more times on the ground to make sure that he's really out. But with this destructive combination where almost every punch is landing cleanly and each punch is a power punch, you just have to step in. Paddy seemed like he complained of the stoppage, but come on, man. You cannot be allowed to get hit that many times without
How is he
defending
not
yourself
on the
and not have
ground
the fight
is
stop.
what I want to know.
You have probably all seen the final seconds of this fight because it is just a
I
brutal
haven't.
knockout by Ray Mercer over Tommy Morrison. But it did have a crazy combination to end it in the 5th round.
In this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with two good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And
Oh,
Morrison in trouble.
That's like Fight Night, dude. That is a Fight Night knockout.
Power punches that
Fight Night round 3.
knocked out Morrison.
Boom, boom.
This knockout is always on the list of the most devastating knockouts.
Total Fight Night round 3
The fight
knockout.
should have been stopped a little sooner, but if you look at the ref, he really looked scared to get in there because Mercer was swinging with all his power. Luckily, he did miss those last 2 punches where he was putting all his powers from his legs up to his hips all the way to his hands.
Dang, that was crazy.
The great Roy Jones Jr. fought
Roy
way too
Jones
long
is really
and got
fast.
knocked out
I
way too
don't
many
know.
times
Oh,
because
it's
of
not looking
this.
good for him
And
right
this
now.
is another one of those cases where in 2015 he got absolutely leveled by Enzer Macarinelli in Moscow.
Just give him a minute to do it.
Wow.
You always see Jones throwing some crazy combinations, and you will see him later on this list. But you never expect somebody to be able to do this.
Yeah,
to
I
him.
wouldn't think Roy
He
Jones
was
would get knocked out
46
like
years
that.
old in this fight, so he was well past his prime. I was able to count about 14 punches, since that Enzo guy threw some really short, quick punches that were pretty hard to count. But that set him up to deliver a crazy, powerful uppercut. It sucks to see such a great fighter get knocked out so viciously. And it
Dude, dropped
happens
like
so
a
many
penny
times,
off
too.
a bridge.
The quick-handed Zab Judah fought against Vernon Paris back in 2012, and he was able to show those fast hands in this amazing combination.
I wonder if it'll show the Don Fry fight where he fought that big Asian guy. I don't remember his name. Whoa, that was crazy. Look
He
at
was
this.
able to throw 17 punches in 5 seconds after delivering that left straight punch that really hurt Paris. At first, it was hard for Judah to land some of those punches because Paris was moving around trying to dodge them. But toward the end of that combination, Paris just sat there, and we were really able to see Judah's hand speed delivering a lot of punches right to his head.
That ref's like, oh, don't punch me in the stomach.
Now we can see Roy Jones Jr.'s amazing skills when he fought against Richard Hall back in the year 2000.
Yeah, this is the good Roy Jones.
This may be stopped. Oh man, 10 seconds remaining. Oh, that's enough, Wayne. And that's it. Stops it.
So there were about 16 punches in that combination. This is one of the cool parts about Jones. When you see him stand like that, you know something crazy is about to happen, so you better not blink or you might miss it.
And then,
that's exactly
and
what
then
happened
Jones
here.
and Mike Tyson just
Why
fought
is Hall even
recently.
trying to complain about the stoppage? You were about
Which,
to have your head taken off, but the ref saved you, man.
Turned into a draw. I think, yeah.
Let me just say that this is not really that long of a combination, but it has to be one of the best setup combinations I have ever
Cowboy,
seen.
the guy in the blue shorts,
Almost like it was
is
choreographed
Cowboy,
for a movie.
and I bet
This was the fight between
Yeah,
Dominic
that guy.
Cowboy Cerrone and Rick Story, and Cerrone is the master here.
oh, Cerrone's the master. I thought Cowboy would be it. Or maybe it is Cowboy. Unless we what? Oh, okay.
It's really a 4-hit combination that has about 12 punches after that, where Cerrone ends the fight. But
Dude,
that
he got
initial
kicked in the
combination
cheek.
is the most brilliant thing that I've ever seen in any fight. He throws the first jab and immediately ducks to get that body shot, which drops Story's hands. And then he delivers a powerful left hand to a wide open head and just ends it with a right head kick. That is a thing of beauty, and like I said, it's good enough for somebody to think that it's from a movie.
Those
Guys,
were
let me know in the comments which one
well-timed
is your
punches
favorite.
and
By my
kick.
gushing about it, you know that Cerrone's part is my
Doom,
favorite.
doom, doom, kick.
These long combinations are probably the second best thing about fights that gets you really excited. The first, of course, being the knockouts. Thanks for watching. See you
You're
next
welcome
time.
for watching. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Those were some awesome combos. Speaking of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Well, Mike Tyson wasn't in the video, but mentioned him. Anyway, they just recently fought. I don't know if you're a Mike Tyson fan or a boxing fan or fighting fan, but yeah, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, they fought. No knockouts or nothing. It went to a draw, spoiler alert, but it was a good fight. And I hope they do it again. And the crazy part is they're like 50-something years old. If you're 50 plus and you get a hook shot, it's not good when you're that old. It might be a kill shot. Anyway, thanks for watching if you did, and peace out.